This has been making the rounds on social media today. It's Chelsea's new fine system under Frank Lampard. The big one, £20,000 if you're late to training. But some other pretty hefty numbers as well. £10,000 if you don't report illness or injury on time. £2,500 if you're late to report time for training. £500 per minute if you're late to a meeting. £1,000 if you wear the wrong thing on the wrong trip. So,
well, but late for match day is, but
$2,500, right?
Yeah, compared to late for training, but it's late for started training, I suppose, which has happened. Clearly, the whole salary system, ecosystem has moved.
Right.
But as Shaka was saying to us earlier, there are PFA guidelines for fining players.
2 weeks' wages is the most you can fine a player for any indiscretion. So back in our day, those fines wouldn't have applied, let's just suffice to say.
I was staggered at the numbers, the zeros on the end. I mean, the first thing that I say is, wow, these guys are making that much that you can.
Yeah, well, I suppose
I
suppose at 20,000, it just doesn't comprehend. But, you know, for a lot of the guys at Chelsea, not for everyone, but for a lot of the guys, it'll be like sign a cheque, job done. I don't remember fines anything above, you know, for lateness. I don't remember fines anything above £100 or £200.
And even then, more times than not, we just used to collect it and use it as a kitty for a night out.
Yeah.
When the boys go out, we just spend that.
So that would be a good night out.
That would be a very good night out.
For somebody. Julian, I wonder if you can give us some perspective here. Are these numbers kind of out of context, out of the ordinary, or is this what you might see at other clubs?
No, it's pretty much what you see at other clubs. I think the one for being late at training, the 20,000 one, is maybe a bit higher than what it is in other top clubs in England and in Europe, from what I know and what I've been told. Although it's it's the one really that should never happen, because you report to the training ground easily an hour before the training actually starts. So, you know, even if you haven't made that full hour and you got there half an hour ago, there's still plenty of time for you to be on the training pitch at the right time, at the time that the coach wants you to be there. And I think it's just, you know, about discipline. And I like the fact that Lampard has gone quite heavy on some of them, because I think it's very important. And trust me, there's a lot of clubs as well where the amount are not so big, and players have a lot of liberties as well, because they think, you know what, I can easily pay 200 or even 500 or even 1,000 there. And I think, you know, at Chelsea this season, he also shows what kind of spirit is around the new manager, obviously, and also the first team squad.
Particularly when you live in London. You've got to factor in the M25, man.
What's that expensive?
What?
The M25.
Traffic.
No, M25 is
timing, right?
It's a motorway highway.
It's a big parking lot, really.
It circles London, basically, and it can be a car park. I was once, late for training, but I was once actually late for a match day at Stamford Bridge, because I got stuck in sort of Shepherd's Bush area. And it was back in the days when we didn't go to a hotel the night before, but we'd meet at, say, maybe 2 hours before the game. And it was absolutely gridlocked. And I knew every back straight to go, but even I couldn't do it. The manager wasn't happy at all. But it's unfortunately in London, it can be very expensive because it happens.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN+.